Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? For those who don't know me, my name is Jill, and I am a style and beauty blogger and kind of lifestyle auger, anything-er, if you will. It's been a while since I've gotten into YouTube. I feel like I have been really concentrating on TikTok. I also had a baby. There was also the pandemic, and I've had quite a few requests for YouTube. I just wanted to get back on here and say hi. I feel like this lighting is really washing me out, but you know what? It's the morning and this is just what I look like. This is real life. No filters on here. And I have this rash here, which I just went to my doctor for yesterday. This morning I got up with my son. He's at a really fun age right now. His name is Lachlan and he is 21 months. He's 21 months, I think. He's almost 2. So I'm kind of in the middle of 1.5 to 2. And I now can't remember how old my son is. So he's at a really, really fun age right now. He's super happy and bubbly. And then our nanny came. So my husband and I have full-time jobs. My husband is an ER doctor, and so his schedule is not 9 to 5, let's say. So we definitely need childcare. It is honestly the best thing that I ever did. I feel like the whole women can do it all narrative is kind of toxic because it just forces women to run themselves raw trying to do it all. A lot of the time women try and do it all by themselves, and it can be hard sometimes for people to ask for help. I feel like my mom was really instrumental in helping me ask for help and offering it. You know, I'm really lucky that my family's around and that we have an amazing kind of village of people helping with Lou. I feel like there's, at least for me, there's no way to quote unquote do it all and be mentally healthy and happy and able to enjoy my life as well. I just feel like you really need all the help you can get, and I only have one child, so yay for childcare and for any kind of help. We're super lucky that we're able to have that my family's around. I feel really grateful for that. But I was thinking about that narrative lately. I was just on YouTube briefly looking at something, and I saw that there's an ad for The Last Thing He Told Me, which is a book that I read. It was probably last year, actually. It was a really good book. It's kind of a thriller, kind of a mystery, but if you haven't read it, I would highly recommend it. For those of you that don't know, I'm a huge bookworm. Reading is one of the great loves of my life. I am reading all the time. There's never a time in my life where I'm not reading a book, even if it's just for 5 minutes before I go to sleep. Anyways, so The Last Thing He Told Me was a really, really good book. And it's now becoming a movie. I think Reese Witherspoon and her production company is producing it. I just saw the trailer and I'm really excited for that. What else? I've been obsessed with Daisy Jones and the Six. Also a book, which if you haven't seen the show or read the book, please read the book first because the show is so good. I wouldn't say it's better than the book, but it's really, really good. It measures up. But the book it's amazing. The way that she's structured it, and it's such an unusual way of telling a story. And the story's so good. I'm a huge Fleetwood Mac fan. And this is kind of embarrassing, but I read the book twice without realizing that it was kind of based on Fleetwood Mac. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I have a Fleetwood Mac lyric tattoo on my arm. I'm a huge Stevie Nicks fan. I'm so obsessed with all things 70s, particularly fashion. I've been having so much fun recreating looks from the show. I've done a few TikToks that I will link here if you're interested in seeing. But I was going through my closet being oh, I don't have anything that I can do to recreate Daisy's outfit. And probably 75% of my closet is perfect for the 70s. My closet was just made for this, and it just makes me so happy. I feel like I should give you a bit more information about my tattoo so I don't seem like some kind of a crazy Fleetwood Mac fan person. So I've actually never talked about this before, and it's not like for any reason in particular. I just kind of like never got around to it. This is one of my tattoos. I got it in 2019, and it says, "And it all comes down to you." So it's a lyric from Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac, and I believe it was written by Stevie Nicks. And so I loved the lyric. I love the song. People are always like, "Oh my God, is that for your husband?" Like, I love my husband, but no, it's not. It's a reminder that in every situation that I'm in, it's up to me to figure out the outcome. Like, the way that you react in your life is so important in the way that situations play out. Like, obviously it's not everything, but if you're having a bad day, it really all comes down to you to try and like pull yourself up, get out of it. So instead of like relying on how other people make you feel, I'm like explaining this so poorly, and I don't know why I can't explain this better, but it's a reminder to me that it all comes down to me and the way that I react in situations to give myself a happy life. Just while we're on this. This is my other tattoo. This is what it looks like. And then from the side, so what I can see is LL. It's my handwriting. It's for Lachlan Liu, my son. Liu is his nickname. My husband and I got them last year when we were in New York. I did a TikTok video on it, and people are so mad about this tattoo. Like, people are, "Oh my God, that's not a tattoo, that's a piece of string." Which is very funny because like it could almost look like a piece of string, but like I don't care what you think. But I love this tattoo. I love that it's like so fine and dainty. There is an impromptu tattoo tour. What's going on today? I have a ton of editing to do, and then I get to have a facial for my facial series that is on TikTok, and I've been trying all the best facials in Vancouver. I will link that below in case you guys are interested. My husband is working, and then after that, I think I am able to spend some time with my husband and my son. We don't kind of get most nights and weekends together like some typical families. You know, like he'll work weekends or he'll work evenings. So when the three of us get to spend time together, it's really, really nice. We kind of try and take advantage of that as much as we can. So I actually just went on a run for 15 minutes. I went on a 15-minute run. But you know what? Good for me. I'm wearing this 437 top, the tank top underneath. I love this. I have the shorts as well to make a little set, but it's so comfortable and it's really well fitting. So I actually want to get some in other colors as well. But I'm gonna get changed and I'm gonna do some editing and some emails. I just got my hair colored yesterday by the wonderful Chris Weber at Vanilla Loft. Went a little bit brighter for summer. I love it. That's what's on the docket for me today. This has been a very long introduction. I feel like I haven't always done a good job of like showing myself and like portraying who I actually am on social media and YouTube. People who meet me are like, "Oh, you're way funnier in person." Not that I'm a particularly funny person. I think I'm just like very sarcastic and self-deprecating, and I feel like that doesn't always translate. I'm gonna try and share more of myself on here. Let's have a wonderful day. Also, my office that you can see behind me, we did a huge makeover, me and Allie of 1807 Design, who's so wonderful. The video reveal won't be up yet. This is what we are dealing with today. I went on a very quick run and then have not changed, and that is just the way that it is. I'm just waiting for my laundry to finish so that I can flip it before I go. Then I'm gonna go do some errands, grab a coffee, get some work done. Why does it always take so long when you're like waiting for it? You know? I didn't get nearly enough stuff done on my to-do list, but isn't that just how everyone feels all the time? Baby, baby, baby. Now I'm gonna drive home and go see my little family. I want Well, it's the end of the day. I'm gonna take my makeup off and do my skincare routine. Good and bad news. The washer wasn't draining properly, so we figured that out, and then Andrew and my dad were able to hopefully figure that out. We have like a test load on right now. In bad news, Theo threw up on my carpet in my office with the lovely, not cheap rug that's mostly white, and it didn't come out. It is really not great. I tried to get it out myself, which maybe I shouldn't have done. I don't know. I got some of it out, and then I took it to the dry cleaner, and they did not get it out at all. If anything, they honestly made it worse. I don't know if it's like not a good dry cleaner that I took it to, or it just didn't work. I'm bummed about that, I have to say. But it is what it is. Oh, also I have yogurt all over myself from my son. This afternoon we went on a bike ride to a Mexican place, Taco Fino. I love Taco Fino, and met my dad and my brother-in-law there after work. That was really fun, although Lou is not at an age where he can like sit anywhere. So at this point we're just kind of like taking turns going and chasing him around. Tula Skincare, the Cult Classic Cleanser. I like to do it on dry skin first. I saw on TikTok obviously that this is supposed to be better. I have no idea if that's true. So at this point Lou is now down. We're so lucky, he's such a good sleeper. I'm gonna do a mask tonight. I'm using the Masque Vivant from Biologique Recherche, and I just got this one in from Living Beauty. This is the Masque Viso-Lastine. This is moisturizing. This one I use on my T-zone. It's rebalancing. My husband hates how it smells. It smells like yeast. It also looks like shit. Here he is now.
Oh, are you talking about how I hate the smell of that thing?
Yeah. Okay, good night. Hi.
Hi. My first time in the airport?
We are in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan for my grandma's 90th birthday. So most of her family lives in Saskatchewan, but some of us live in Vancouver, including my mom, who's her daughter. Anyways, my mom was coming out, which she knew, but she didn't know that me and my sister and Andrew and Lou, my son, and my dad were flying out to surprise her for her 90th birthday dinner tonight. And it was so special. She was so surprised, and I'm so glad we did it. So I'm gonna go join everybody, and we're gonna head over to the restaurant. I'm gonna see so many of my cousins that I haven't seen in a long time, which is gonna be so lovely, and it's gonna be so fun. I just got ready. I finished up work. I had a pretty long day today. Got a lot done because last week I was sick with the stomach flu, and then we were in Saskatoon for my grandma's 90th. My assistant Kat came over today, and we like got a bunch of stuff done. It feels so good. Now Andrew and I have a date night. We're going to see Air. Warner Brothers invited us to a screening, so thank you so much to them for that. Andrew's such a sneakerhead, and he's so excited. Like this morning before work, he was like, ooh, which sneakers should I choose? I need to pick out really cool sneakers. I am not wearing sneakers, I'm wearing boots. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's nice to have a little bit of time together. We really try and whenever we can have date nights, and this is a good excuse to have one. I'm running late, obviously, so let's go.
Hi. I can't believe we're at a movie about sneakers.
I am so excited. Andrew's getting me popcorn and Sour Patch Kids. Yes, I eat them together. Okay, we just saw Air. Andrew, what are your thoughts?
I thought I was obsessed with Air Jordans before, and now I'm thinking of winding down the Babies RESP and cashing it in for some
Andrew also wore
Jordan 1s?
Yeah.
Well,
not Jordan ones, not real
Jordan 1s. I love Jordans so much, and I messaged my Jordan guy halfway through, and I was like, we're about to make a couple investments here.
It was really, really good. I would highly recommend it. I had popcorn and Sour Patch Kids for dinner.
So straight into the popcorn.
That's what I had for dinner. Yeah, you had popcorn for dinner. Andrew came straight from work.
Undefeated.
We met a really nice couple who said we were very stylish, which is really nice to hear because 99% of the time I'm wearing sweatpants and he's wearing scrubs. So that's really nice. Now we're going to go home.
Now we're going to go home.
We did get some sweet sunglasses.
Are you gonna ski in these?
No, you are.
For sure.
These are sweet though.
I don't hate them at all.
I just had a quick interview with a journalist about how there's a new bill in France that is being passed about monitoring filter use with influencers. I guess it's not just specific to sponsored and ad content the way that it is in the UK. So we were chatting about that, and I was kind of giving my thoughts on how I think that filters are actually incredibly problematic. And this is not like a new view that I'm sharing. Anyone who's followed me will know that these are my feelings on it. I think that particularly with any sponsored content, especially if it has to do with, beauty or something with your face or your body, it's really bad. It's really problematic. Basically, it's false advertising in my opinion. I've noticed that a few brands have started putting in a clause into their contract with, no filters, no changing of what your face looks like, et cetera, which is great. Ultimately, I guess it's up to the person who posts. The onus is on them, but I am glad that brands are kind of starting to take responsibility. Like I was chatting about with Ronnie, this is not a new practice whatsoever. Exaggeration, let's say, in advertising has been around for so long. There's like Photoshop, false lash inserts in mascara ads that have only in the last few years have companies been required to disclose. It's with the commoditization of being able to do this on social media that seems to have spurred more awareness. I think that it would be great to have in Canada. I think that some kind of a law or best practice or whatever where you cannot use a filter that alters what you look like when you're selling something. It's just false advertising. So I'm really glad that we're having that conversation. The UK has that. They've been really strict on like influencer guidelines. You have to disclose if in a sponsored post you have used a filter, which I think is great. I think that that's something that we should have in Canada. I think it's interesting that France is trying to get Instagram and TikTok involved in helping to police it. I think they probably won't be successful in doing that. This is like a huge argument, maybe the argument of our generation in terms of policing content on platforms. And obviously it's one that I don't have a definitive answer to because I don't know, but this is a good conversation to have. Now I'm going to go home and continue to work. It is like 8. I just put Lou down. I wanted to come on here. Lou and I had a really nice day and a really nice afternoon, and I just kind of wanted to document that. Like, we didn't do anything special at all. Our nanny left early for school today and Andrew had work, so he and I spent the afternoon together from like 2:30 on. We went grocery shopping and we played and we hung out. He was so excited and happy to be outside because it was such a nice day. He was playing so well by himself, and I was just kind of like around and watching him and putting away groceries and stuff. And then my dad came over. I just remember being in the kitchen, like doing something and thinking like, wow, we're so lucky. Make sure that I'm being like really cognizant of that, remembering these like wonderful moments. I feel like a lot of the time parents and myself will come onto social media to like talk about something that's difficult with parenting. Yeah, I just wanted to remember it. And then we also made brownies, or I made brownies. They're like Betty Crocker brownies. I didn't like actually make brownies. I'm not a good cook or baker or really anything in the kitchen. I made like 2-step brownies. I am going to eat them and watch Southern Charm, and I'm so excited. There's something about like really terrible trashy TV that I love and find really like soothing, and you can just like totally shut off. So I'm going to sit on the couch with Theo and do that. This is like the best night ever. Here we go.